statues everywhere. Statues of gods, deified heroes of history, poets, magnificent architecture and paintings. Now, these people are not ignorant. Their senses must be entranced by the very beauty and splendor of art. Just to build the temples and sanctuaries would involve untold expense. Victories of armies, deeds of men are commemorated by sculpture, shrines, and tablets. With all their intelligence, talents, and culture, they are ignorant of the true God. Oh, what a pity. Even the marketplace is studded with works of art.
Admiring our city?
Oh, admiring it, and feeling sorry for it, too.
Sorry for Athens? It is the world's center of learning, culture, art, beauty.
Also, I imagine, licentious living.
Oh, we have good times.
World center of learning, I believe you said.
Do you deny that that is true?
Oh, no.
Well, if there's anything you wish to know about anything, ask Athens. Someone here will be able to tell you.
Anything, perhaps, except one thing.
We lack knowledge in one area.
You are ignorant in one area, yes.
Well, I'll have to find out what that area is, if indeed there is one, and then I shall study and become knowledgeable in that area. I must inform you I am a learned man. I am a Stoic philosopher. Who and what are you?
Of myself, I am nobody and know nothing.
Just what I thought, a babbler.
God himself taught me. Through him and his spirit, there is no end to the knowledge I can impart.
Now you interest me. This area in which I am ignorant, what, pray tell, is it?
You, sir, and all of Athens are completely ignorant of the true God.
And which God may that be?
You have an altar in your beautiful city dedicated to him.
We do? Yet we know nothing about him? Ridiculous.
I saw the altar and the inscription thereon. It reads, "To the unknown God."
Yes, you know about the unknown God.
I do.
Well, if this be true, then there is probably no limit to your knowledge. I shall have to look into this matter. Shall we meet here tomorrow at the same time? I'll have with me other philosophers.
The great men of Athens were not long in learning of the presence in their city of a singular teacher, who was setting forth doctrines new and strange.
Fellow philosophers and learned men in all fields of knowledge, I have talked to this man you speak of, and I wish to say that he is knowledgeable in many fields of learning. I would suggest that we invite him to a hearing on Mars Hill. We'll have poets, artists, scholars, and philosophers in all fields present to question the man and judge his merits. Agreed?
But Mars Hill, only important philosophers speak there.
Well, exactly, and this fellow would look out of place there.
He's probably just a nobody babbler trying to set forth some strange, non-existing god.
Well, we will have present knowledgeable men in all fields of learning. It will take them but a few minutes to discover if he is or is not a mere babbler. I must warn you, sir, that at present are the most learned scholars and intelligentsia in the world, and your status as a savant will be discovered in a matter of minutes. I must also warn you that Socrates himself, because he set forth strange gods, was condemned to death. Having told you these things, I now invite you to present your case.
He bears himself well, doesn't seem to be awed by a learned audience.
I told you he was no novice. I have an idea he will match logic with logic, philosophy with philosophy, and eloquence with eloquence.
You men of Athens, you have asked me to explain certain strange things you have heard and the new and strange doctrine which I have spoken about to some of you. I perceive, men of Athens, that you are very religious.
He isn't afraid to speak out.
As I have observed your devotions, I noticed an altar with this inscription, "To the unknown God." To the unknown God. Can it be that with the knowledge of all of you combined, there is one thing of which you know nothing, and admit it? A God. An unknown God. In worshiping this God about whom you admit you know nothing, you are worshiping the God whom I represent.
He knows how to attract attention. Even I am now anxious to hear the rest of his presentation.
The God that you call unknown is the God of creation. Your temples, your highways and byways are crowded with statues and idols who have no life. They are controlled by human power. Human hands formed and made them. They move only when the hands of men move them. Therefore, those of you who worship these gods are in every way superior to the gods you worship.
It's logical.
I never thought of it that way.
The God of creation, whom you have styled the unknown God, is a God independent of man, needing nothing from human hands to add to his power and glory. The God of creation made the world and all things therein. The heavens are not large enough to contain God. How much less are temples made by human hands? To borrow an expression of one of your own poets, in him we live and move and have our being, for we are also his offspring.
He seems to have knowledge on all subjects.
Therefore, being the offspring of God, we ought not to think that he can be likened unto gold, silver, or stone, and made into an image of art and man's devices.
The wise men of Athens were carried away with admiration for Paul's earnest and logical presentation of the attributes of the true God, the existence of his overruling providence, and his creative and saving power. Even so, this ended the labor of Paul in Athens. The Athenians preferred to cling to their idolatry, to their corruption and the pleasures of sin,